Have you ever wondered what the star the Magi saw in the east? I think the better question is, how do they know what to look for? Look, there's a comet. That means the Messiah is coming. Doesn't make much sense. Let's take a look at 3 different verses and see if we can fit the pieces together. Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 and 2 talks about the wise men, or the Magi, that they are from the east, and that would be Babylon. Verse 2 says they had seen this star in the east. If we look at the Greek, it's actually an astrological term that means rising in the east. So just like the sun rises in the east, all the stars at night, they rise in the east and they fall in the west. So it seems more like they are looking for a natural occurrence, maybe a conjunction of a certain planet with a certain star, or something special happening within a constellation, not necessarily a comet. This verse is very important. Daniel chapter 2, verse 48 says, "The king promoted Daniel, gave him many gifts, and he made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief administrator over all the wise men of Babylon." That word wise men is Magi, the same people that came and saw Jesus 600 or 700 years later. Why is this important? Because Daniel is a Hebrew boy, and he would know the Torah, he would know the prophecies to look for, and he would have passed that information down from Magi to Magi. And that brings us to the next verse. Out of all the messianic prophecies I could find, this is the most clear. Genesis 49, verse 10. "The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh comes." Shiloh means peace, and is referring to the Prince of Peace, Jesus Messiah. Between his feet is kind of just a way of saying your heritage, your offspring. If you get my drift, it will pass down from generation to generation until Shiloh comes, until the Prince comes. This is the verse, I believe, that Daniel told the Magi to look for. And that brings us to this picture. I made a previous reel and several other videos. You can check in the link below. But real quick, the moon represents the lawgiver, Jupiter represents the scepter, and then Leo represents Judah. The moon is overshadowing Jupiter, just like the Holy Spirit overshadowed Mary at the moment of conception. And it's happening between the feet of Leo. The Magi would have seen this sign right here and instantly remembered that prophecy. Now, what do they do with that information? That's the next reel.